Right, on today's video, we're going to take a look at some of my favourite physical media releases. Now, I seen this topic flying around, and it's is physical media dead? And I think it's quite tricky, really, because, for instance, I walked into my HMV, and I've always had a good selection at my HMV. The Liverpool HMV has always been sick. The horror section was massive. If I walked in to grab something, I could always find something to buy. And I walked in the other day because they had like a 2 for 15 offer, and I wanted to pick up The Devil Rides Out. And the section has been getting smaller and smaller. And I think I hadn't been in for like a month, something like that. And the section has shrunk again. I found The Devil Rides Out, and I was looking for a second film. And I ended up rebuying Maniac. And I own that film twice already. And it was because it was the 88 Films version, and it was purely because I might as well pick it up because I don't know if the transfer is different or the extras are different or whatever. But I couldn't find a second film to buy in that little deal, and there was absolutely fuck all there. There was nothing in that HMV at all, and the NECA collectible section was massive. They had t-shirts, like more t-shirts than I've ever seen them carry. But as far as films like Blu-rays and 4K goes, like it's massively shortened its section, and it's I don't know what well, obviously the reason is because they're not selling stuff, but I think if you're buying regular releases from HMV, then I think physical media is on its ass, to be honest. But I think if you collect stuff from like Arrow, Screen Factory, Vinegar Syndrome, like your boutique labels, I don't think physical media has been in a better place, man. There seems to be constantly new releases. There seems to be so much coming out. And if you collect box sets and stuff, mate, like you've got to pick and choose what you're picking up because, like I say, they're just bringing so much out. But yeah, I found it to be a really interesting topic, to be honest, because it is quite a contrast between your everyday walking into the shop experience and picking stuff up from Arrow and stuff, which I haven't grabbed an Arrow release in a long time, to be honest. I think Arrow have kind of fell off a bit. It's just they're just pretty much transferring their catalogue to 4K, and I am very picky with what 4K because I can't buy my whole collection for like the third time. I just can't do it, man. I'll pick and choose. I've got a few 4K, but I'm definitely going to pick and choose what I pick up because, like I say, this will be the third time I'm replacing my collection, and I'm just not doing it now. So yeah, we'll have a look at a few of these box sets anyway. I haven't got a massive collection, but I've got some decent box sets. So yeah, let's take a look anyway. Right, first up is John Carpenter's The Thing. Now, this is one I do need to transfer over to 4K, to be honest. I just can't decide what 4K I want to pick up. But I absolutely love this box set. When this got the Arrow treatment, this was a big deal. And the artwork is by Ghoulish Gary. Obviously, we all know my feelings on Ghoulish Gary. I think he's absolutely nailed that. Does remind me of the Mighty Boosh. Like, look into my Parker. That's definitely the Boosh, that. I've never noticed that. But yeah. So you've got, that's your front cover. And this is such a nice release, man. I love these old Arrow box releases. They're sick, man. You get the reverse cover, obviously. And then you get some cards. Which these look sick, man. And then you have the Ghoulish Gary artwork on one side and the Drew Struzan original, which is an absolutely incredible piece of artwork. I love the Drew Struzan Thing artwork. It's fucking stunning, mate. And then get a nice little booklet as well. And yeah, man, when Arrow give films the Arrow treatment, like I say, they have kind of fell off, but these releases from Arrow are absolutely stunning. And I am, like I say, this is a film I am going to transfer over to 4K, but I will be keeping this release because I absolutely adore this release, man. This is such a nice box set. Right, next up is An American Werewolf in London. The artwork on this is done by Graham Humphreys, and it's absolutely stunning, mate. Got that front cover, Nice little pentagram on the back, which is sick. And then let's have a little look here. That's the reverse sleeve, which I do like to have the reverse sleeve because then you get both covers. I think that's a good way to do it. Like, then these are the little lobby cards, which are cool, man. But yeah, man, this is when Arrow were doing stuff right, man. So cool, these box sets. And then you have poster, which that's the Graham Humphreys piece, which is just absolutely glorious, mate. Stunning, that. And then you've got that, which I hate that poster so much. There's so much good imagery in American Werewolf in London, and that's what they went with. Like, that is just piss poor for me, man. That's terrible. Vice Press released this as well as like a screen print, and for the life of me, mate, it sold out as well, obviously, and I just can't think of anything worse. Like, that is just so boring for me. I think it's because of the possibilities with American Werewolf as well. Like, and they've come out at a time when there's so many great like one sheets and posters for films, and then you've got that. Like, does not for me that at all. And then you get booklet, pictures from the film. But yeah, man, even the booklets that Arrow put in these releases are nice, hefty booklets, man. Yeah, these are my favourite Arrow releases to get, to be honest, because they sit really well on the shelf together for a start. Like, they display really well. And they're not silly prices. I think they're around 25 quid. And for a special edition for one film, I think that's decent, to be fair. And yeah, I think that's my favourite type of box set that Arrow put out, to be honest, because they are just the sick, man. They work really well together. But yeah, American Werewolf in London. Right, up next is the 101 release of Ghostwatch, and it's about time Ghostwatch got a release, because I think I seen Ghostwatch about 5 years ago, something like that, and it scared the shit out of me. It was so terrifying, mate, and I would love to have seen that in its original airing, because I can't imagine how scary that actually was, because it plays well even just as a film now. Like, if you watch it back now, it's scary, man. It really is. And yeah, you get so much with this. The artwork's quite cool on this as well. So you get a few cards. It's there. I like the art design on these cards as well, to be fair. I think it works really, really well as a release. And then you get a book of the script, which is proper sick. Nice to actually see, because it's got notes and stuff, which is cool, man. Really cool. And then you get that booklet, which I'm not entirely sure what this booklet is, to be honest. I think it's just a few different things. I know it's got a short story in, and then I think it's just behind the scenes stuff. But yeah, really, really cool. And it's got a documentary, like a 30th anniversary documentary, which I can't wait to check out. And this turned up about 2 days before I moved out, and my collection's actually been in storage. So I went down to grab a few of these releases, and this was still, I haven't watched this yet. So I'm going to watch this tonight. I can't wait to check that out, to be honest. But yeah, Ghostwatch, it's about time they've got a nice release, because I think there was only like a DVD that was proper expensive before this. So yeah, it's sick that this is just available, and it's so clever, man. Such a great watch. If you haven't seen Ghostwatch, definitely check it out, because it's stunning, man. But yeah, Ghostwatch. Right, next up is the 4K release of The Witch by Second Sight. This was the first 4K I went for, and up until that point, I'd decided I weren't gonna transfer my collection over to 4K. But I really wanted a nice release of this film, and there wasn't really anything great. There's a few steelbooks, but when they dropped this, I was like, nah, the artwork on this is stunning. So that might as well be my first 4K. And then once I grabbed that, I've picked up a few others. So that kind of sent me down the rabbit hole. But The Witch is an absolutely stunning film. I adore this film. It's a perfect folk horror. I absolutely love it, man. I seen it in the pictures, and it was proper funny, man. Because I was blown away by it. It was like I instantly fell in love with it, like, and it was in Fact Cinema as well. And Fact Cinema in Liverpool it's quite an arty cinema. So usually, like, if I seen it in the Odeon, I'd expect this response because it's quite a arty film. But I was walking out and I was convinced. Like I was blown away by it. I was convinced everyone was on the same level. And as we were walking out, I just heard, "What the fuck have I just watched?" And the next person said, "That was the biggest load of shite I've ever sat through." And I was convinced everyone loved it, and it was just silent. And I think everyone was just bored, man. But yeah, The Witch blew my head off. I love The Witch, and every time I watch it, I love it a little bit more, man. I think it's a perfect folk horror, and this release is so good, man. So I'll try and get these out. Hard work, that. You got that one, that one, that one. I love that shot, man. So good. And you've got the little cabin. The score to this is absolutely terrifying as well, and I didn't realise until I actually bought it on vinyl. And I was doing some drawing, and in my old house, I used to do all my drawing and listen to my records in the conservatory, so you can just see out into the back garden, and it was pitch black, and I was just listening to this, and it terrified me, mate. Proper got me. So yeah, the score to this is genuinely terrifying. But this book that comes with this it's like proper hardcover and everything. Like Second Sight really give it the good treatment, man. It's the treatment it deserves as well because it's an absolute modern masterpiece. Yeah, man, I can't say enough good things about The Witch. Absolutely love it. Got like costume designs and stuff. I think it's like the storyboards of the costume designs and that, which is proper sick, man. Really nice. And then it's 2 disc, which is just your 4K and your Blu-ray. But yeah, really amazing release. And well, this is the definitive release of The Witch. So if you're after a nice release of it, I'm pretty sure the box set's not available no more. But I know they have brought it out separately, so you can still pick up the Second Sight release, and the extras and stuff are all new. So I would say this is the release to go for with this film, definitely. But yeah, man, really, really nice release, and definitely worth picking up. The Witch. Right, next up is the Second Sight 4K release of the Texas Chainsaw Massacre. And again, I decided I weren't picking this up because honestly, I don't believe you need to see Texas Chainsaw Massacre in 4K. It does look stunning, but everything about Texas Chainsaw Massacre should be gritty. I prefer watching the DVD, to be honest. There's an old Virgin, that old shop Virgin, they had an exclusive DVD, and that's the version I actually put on because I just think it should be gritty, man. It really should. And like I say, I weren't grabbing this, but it had a new documentary on it, so that kind of swayed me. I needed to see it. Obviously, it's my favorite film of all time. So I've got a few steelbooks, but I haven't actually got a nice box set. So it's not so. I picked this up not so much for the 4K, purely just to have a nice box set of my favorite film. And I mean, this is it, man. There's been so many releases of Texas Chainsaw Massacre, and this is the definitive one. This is absolutely incredible. Right, you've got Leatherface, Hitchhiker, I love that eyeball shot, man. Texas Chainsaw Massacre is absolutely perfect, man. There's not a better film. So effective, man. I absolutely adore every single second of this film. And then look at this booklet you get, man. It's like, just, that's a full book. Like, that's insane. It's got some nice artwork as well, to be honest, through the book. Gonna be honest though, I'm not a big reader, so I probably won't read this, to be honest. But it's just stunning, man. Like I say, do I think you need to see Texas Chainsaw Massacre in 4K? Probably not. I really don't. But just look at this release, man. It's just everything. It's everything this film deserves, man. It's an absolute masterpiece. Every frame of it is perfect, man. So yeah, like I say, this wasn't really to have it in the 4K collection. This was just to have the nicest edition of my favourite film. So yeah, that's why I grabbed this, and I wasn't disappointed, man. And I have watched it in 4K, and it does look stunning. So you don't need to, because I do personally like the grain. And to be fair, I think it retains enough of the grit on the frame to still feel like Texas Chainsaw Massacre, and the colours are just, it's just really sharp, man. It is a beautiful transfer, to be honest. It's amazing. But that's just not how I want to watch Texas Chainsaw. I'm sticking with my DVD, definitely. But yeah, man, if you're after the definitive edition, this is it, man. And Second Sight have released it on its own, so you don't need all the extras if you don't want to. And the new documentary, while it didn't offer anything else, what it did like, because I think personally, everything about Texas Chainsaw Massacre is out there. You know everything. You know how horrible the set was. You know how difficult the conditions were. You know the budget they were on. Like, everything about Texas Chainsaw Massacre has been put out there. You're not going to get anything new out of a documentary. I don't think there's anything new to find out, to be honest. I think every stone has been unturned about Texas Chainsaw Massacre. Same with Halloween. If you put out a Halloween documentary now, what more can you possibly learn? I don't think there's anything else to learn about these films, because people have just made so much on the Texas Chainsaw Massacre and Halloween and Evil Dead that between going through all the documentaries, you kind of cover everything, because one of the older ones will have something that the other one won't have. So by the time you get to this point, it's done. You've covered everything. What it did like, though, about the new documentary is it had, I'm pretty sure, Guillermo del Toro was on it, and it was just people talking about the effect the Texas Chainsaw Massacre had on them, and how it shaped their filmmaking. And I thought that was a really good way to take it, because I don't believe there's a single thing we don't know about that film, or I don't think there's a single thing that somebody knows that hasn't been told, because it's just been done. So I think that was a really clever way to go about that documentary, and it was cool just listening to iconic filmmakers talking about how special this film actually is, and hearing their point of view of what makes it so special. I properly enjoyed it, man. I've seen that documentary get a bit of stick online about it not being a documentary, but I thoroughly enjoyed it, and I think that's kind of the only way you can go at this point. But yeah, it was worth picking up for me, purely because it's the Texas Chainsaw Massacre, and I needed a nice addition for my collection. So yeah, Texas Chainsaw. Right, next up is the Phantasm Box Set by Arrow Video, and Arrow absolutely smashed this. This is such a great box set. You actually get like the flying pinball, but it's actually displayed in work. So what I'll do is I'll cut in a video now and just show you that, because it's sick, man. It's so good. Such a nice little addition as well. You'd also get this nice hefty booklet, which is cool, man. Really cool. And then these are the films. So you've got Phantasm 1. Ghoulish Gary done all the artwork for these as well. 2, 3, Ravager, and Oblivion. And then you get a bonus disc as well. But yeah, man, I only really like Phantasm 1 and 2, to be fair. I think it kind of just, it's a steady decline, really. But Phantasm 1 and 2 are absolutely fantastic. And this box set, I hadn't seen from 2 onwards, really, when I picked this box set up. So I grabbed this anyway, and to be fair, I didn't need to grab it for the rest of them films. But I'm happy to have such a nice edition of Phantasm, because it's such a bizarre film, man. Especially 1 and 2 are just fantastic. I really, really like them. But yeah, definitely the best Phantasm box set. Right, finally, we have personally my favourite box set ever made, the Scarlet Box by Arrow Video. Everything about this release is absolutely perfect. Obviously, it opens up like that. Let me just get everything out, man, because there's a lot. Then you get I Am in Hell, Help Me at the bottom of the box, which is sick. Comes together like a lament configuration, which is cool, man. Very cool. And then you get a nice hefty book, Damnation Games, which is cool, man. I haven't read it because I'm not a big reader, to be honest. But yeah, it's just absolutely stunning. Got Frank's face there. Just everything about this is absolutely perfect, man. This box set is incredible. And you get Clive Barker concept art, which is proper sick. There was actually an exhibition of Clive Barker original artwork at Sheffield HorrorCon a few years ago, and it was incredible seeing some of his work up close, man. Some of his originals are so strange. He had a pinhead and it was very loose. I can't remember how much it was. It was so expensive though. It was just stunning. It was just very abstract. It was like an abstract pinhead. It was amazing, man. His work is just incredible. You've got sick artwork again. The only thing I would say, the one criticism about this box set is these art cards are not good, man. And it's so out of place for the rest of the box set. It just doesn't make sense. I know this is the front cover for the Arrow releases individually, but it's just not. It's not up to par with the rest of the box set, man. Whoever done that artwork, it's just not for me. That. And then you've got Pinhead on that side, the Scarlet colours, and then that's the colour scheme and the design of the other box set, because they released this without all the extras, just the 3 films in a box. It still had like a heavy duty box, like, but it was that colour scheme. So I think you got that in that box set as well. But yeah, man, really nice. So you've got Hellraiser 1, stunning, man. Then you've got Hellraiser 2. That artwork is so heavy, man. That's so gnarly, that. You've got Hellraiser 3. And then you have Clive Barker Legacy, which is like a documentary. Really cool, man. And you've got the Pillar of Souls there, which is so cool, man. So sick. But yeah, just an absolutely incredible box set. Don't think I'll ever own a better box set than that. That's one of my prized possessions in my collection. Like, goes for stupid money, and I actually picked this up. My mate got into collecting a while back, and he won this on eBay for like 51 quid or £56. It was something like that, which is dead cheap for the Scarlet box. Like, and then when he was getting out of collecting, he sold me for the price he paid, on the basis of, if I ever sell it, he just makes the profit, basically. So I get 51 quid back and he gets the rest. And I mean, it's not leaving my collection anyway, so he'll never get that part of the deal. Like, but it's just glorious, man. Like I say, it's pride of place in my collection. Like, it's absolutely beautiful. Everything about it's perfect. And I like that it only includes the first 3 films. I don't love number 3, to be honest, but Hellraiser 1 and 2 I actually really love. And the score by Christopher Young is like one of my favourite scores of all time. It's an absolute masterpiece, man. So yeah, this is just an absolutely incredible box set. the Scarlet Box. Right, and that was a few of my favourite physical media releases from my collection. Mostly box sets, obviously. I have got quite a few more of them smaller Arrow ones because they are my favourite box sets to grab. I think they're enough for one film. But whereas like the second sight, Dawn of the Dead, was like, for me personally, once I got it in hand, I just feel like it's overkill for one film. But yeah, nice one for checking the video out. If you did like it, subscribe to the channel, share the video around, like the video, that'd be massively appreciated. Let me know in the comments which one of these releases was your favourite. Be mad if it's not the Scarlet Box, because that is easily the best thing I've shown here today. But yeah, nice one. See you next time.